Thanks to my Slugma's ability, the hatching process went by pretty quickly. Now I just have to hope that this Psyduck is male so that way I can breed it with the Feebas I currently have in my party. As for this Psyduck's nature, I don't care about it that much because I'm not planning on using this thing anyway. Okay, let's see if this Psyduck is male. Okay, yep, it's male. Okay, now let me just check to see if it has Hypnosis. Okay, yes, it has Hypnosis, along with Psybeam as one of its egg moves. Not that I care that much because, like I said, I'm not using this thing. Okay, now I'm going to put both Feebas and Psyduck in the daycare center so that way I can get a Feebas egg with Hypnosis. As for the nature of the Feebas I'm going to get, I hope it's a good nature, such as Modest. Although I can still hope for one that boosts defense. That could be pretty good. I'm just hoping it's not one that boosts attack, that's for sure. Okay, now let me check on the status of my two Pokemon, courtesy of the daycare man. Okay, the two don't seem to like each other much. Okay, as long as they're not playing with other Pokemon, that's for sure. Okay, that didn't take long. So, with that, let's receive my Feebas egg. And now, I'm going to have to hatch this thing, which won't take a whole lot of time thanks to my Slugma's ability. And now, the moment of truth. Let's see if this Feebas' nature is a good one. If it's not, then I'm going to have to make another Feebas egg. Which shouldn't be too hard. Well, actually, the levels for both Psyduck and the Feebas I used to make this one Feebas are pretty high, so yeah, this might be kind of a challenge to me, actually. Okay, what nature is this thing? Brave? Oh, no, that's not a good nature at all. Oh boy. Okay then, back to work. I finally have a decent nature for Feebas, that being Bashful. It took me several attempts to get a nice nature for Feebas, I think like 12 attempts. Anyway, as you can see, both Spinda and Vulpix are in my party, and Vulpix is holding an item. No, it's not the Rossberry, it's the Everstone. It's because I'm about to get another egg, that being a Vulpix egg. And the reason why Vulpix is holding the Everstone is because there's a 50% chance that the Vulpix egg I'm going to get, it's going to be the same nature as the Vulpix that's holding the Everstone, that being Quirky nature. Okay, so hopefully this breeding process is a little bit nicer to me this time, because, yeah, I'm getting completely overwhelmed here. Okay, what do you have to say? They don't like each other very much? Well, who cares about that? Okay, so let's see if this Vulpix that's hatching right now will have the same nature as the Vulpix that was holding the Everstone. It's only a 50% chance, so I might have to do this again. Hopefully, I don't have to. Okay, no, I'm not going to give it a nickname. Okay, and its nature is... Okay, Quirky, just like the Vulpix that was holding the Everstone. Okay, it has Ember, Chill Whip, Hypnosis, and Feint Attack. Yeah, Feint Attack is one of its egg moves. I'm actually going to keep Feint Attack on it, since, well, it's a special attacking move, so, yeah, I guess Vulpix can get a little bit of a benefit from it. Okay, now I'm going to teach Feebas its respective moves, both Surf and Ice Beam. Yeah, Feebas can learn TMs unlike Magikarp. As for Vulpix, well, here, I'm going to train up Feebas first, then, once it reaches level 20, it's going to evolve, and only then will I show you Vulpix's updated moveset. Okay, now if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go train up Feebas. Okay, Feebas is at level 20, and now it's ready to evolve. At long last. Okay, just a reminder, Feebas only evolves at level 20 in this game only, Pokemon Emerald 386. Nowhere else, okay, so don't get confused. In the regular Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald games, you have to raise its beauty stat all the way up so that way it can evolve into Milotic. In other games, such as future generations, it's a different process, but here, it's at level 20. Okay, I now have one of the bulkiest water types in the game, and I believe at level 20, it's going to learn Water Pulse. No, thank you, I don't need Water Pulse because I have Surf, which is a much better move. Okay, and with that, back to training. The training is finally complete, so I'm going to show you Milotic and Vulpix's moveset real quick. Okay, Milotic is holding the Mystic Water, and its moves are Surf, Ice Beam, Hypnosis, and Recover. Followed by Vulpix, who's holding the Charcoal, and has the moves Flamethrower, Feint Attack, Hypnosis, and Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, I know its moveset's not very good, but I'm just gonna have to roll with it. Okay, now I just have to do one more thing, and that's evolve Vulpix with the Firestone. Oh yes, they're both at level 52, by the way. Yeah, I would have leveled up Vulpix, now Ninetales, and Milotic all the way up to the current levels of my other team members, but I'm going to another route where there's a whole bunch of trainers there, so I figured I might as well have Ninetales and Milotic do some fighting, so that way they can catch up in terms of levels. And with that, team members number 4 and 5 are now here. Okay, and now let's move on. Okay, so I'm gonna go to Route 123. I was briefly in that area before, but I was in the entrance of Mount Pyre because I was going to catch a Vulpix. Okay, so for Mount Pyre, I'm gonna come back there later once I fight all the trainers on Route 123. Okay, Route 123, I'm gonna have to come back there a few times because, well, there's a few paths that I need to take so that way I can fight each and every single trainer. But the paths are only one way because there's a whole bunch of ledges there. Well, actually, we were briefly in Route 123 several videos ago, but we couldn't explore the entirety of it because of that one jumping ledge. So yeah, the trainers there, yeah, I guess they were pretty tough. In the regular Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, I didn't think they were all that tough, but here, yeah, I guess they can pose a bit of a challenge. Okay, if these water types can just stop popping up all the time, I can just get onto land. Alright, there we go. Okay, now I believe there's supposed to be a hidden item around here. Okay, is it in some of these rocks? Okay, I guess maybe not here. Okay, what about over here? No? Here? Or what about here? Okay, I guess not either. Okay, anyway, this girl over here, if you have a grass type with you, then she's going to give you an item. And that item is TM19, which contains Giga Drain. Sorry about that. I would teach this to Sceptile, but Giga Drain only has 5 power points in this generation, so no thanks. I think I'll wait until future generations where it actually gets 10 power points, so that way it could be much more effective. And besides, Sceptile is not really much of a special attacker. At least I don't think it is. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up these berries real quick, and now there's a path to the right that leads to a few trainers, so I'm going to go there real quick. Okay, over here I believe we have 3 paths, a top path, a middle path, and a bottom path. The top and middle path leads to trainers, and the bottom path leads to a hidden item right over here. Okay, it's a rare candy. Okay, I thought the rare candy was in the middle, but I guess that's something else entirely. Okay, who's up second? Okay, Gardevoir's up second. Okay, so now I'm going to engage in this double battle right over here. Lucky for me, these two were thrown into this game so that way I can get a lot more experience points. So yeah, training Milotic and Ninetales, it was no easy task, I can tell you that much. Although I will admit, Milotic is pretty quick in gaining levels. As for Ninetales actually, I guess it's pretty fast at gaining levels, but not as fast as Milotic. And seeing that Weezing there, I think I had a little trouble with Weezing on a certain trainer's team because that person kept using Explosion. But I think I managed to pull through, so that way none of my Pokemon went down. Yeah, it's only safe that way, since I'm rematching the same trainer multiple times, so yeah, I gotta be careful about that. Okay, well, it kinda sucks that I'm not gonna see Castform's other forms, but hey, whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna come back to something I talked about a few videos ago. Those items you saw at the Lily Cove department store, yeah, you know, those event items that I said I wasn't going to buy because they don't work in this game for some reason. Okay, I don't think I was very specific as to what those items did, so I'm going to talk about them right now. Starting with the Old Sea map. If you get that legitimately, then you get to travel to Faraway Island. In this game, if you do go to Faraway Island, that's via the SS title, which will be in the post-game. Anyway, going to Faraway Island gives you access to Mew. Well, something I actually never knew about. Well, actually I did, but I just never got access to Faraway Island. So yeah, there's that. Okay, next is the Mystic Ticket, which allows you to access Naval Rock, which will allow you to battle Ho-Oh and Lugia. Actually, I didn't remember Ho-Oh being there, I just remember encountering Lugia. Yeah, somehow I got over to Naval Rock. I'm not really sure how, but I seem to recall encountering Lugia there. Yeah, I didn't remember Ho-Oh being there. I was actually wondering where Ho-Oh was, believe it or not. Okay, this person's going to give me his number. I could have used his number when I was training up Milotic and Ninetales. Anyway, hold on. Before I get to the next event item, I just want to say that in this patch of grass over here, you can find the evolved form of the starters from generations 1 through 3. As well as some other Pokemon, like say Pidgeotto, I believe. Okay, I hope I know what I'm doing because yeah, Ninetales' moveset is not very good, but given the fact that I'm facing a Hex Maniac, she's bound to have some Ghost types on her team, so I figured Feint Attack could probably do some significant damage to those Ghost types, if possible. Anyway, onto the Aurora Chicken. The Aurora Chicken allows you to access Birth Island, which gives you access to Deoxys. Yeah, I seem to remember doing that little Deoxys event at one point, and I have to say that, the way to have Deoxys come out, it's kind of annoying because, yeah, there's that little triangle that you have to follow around, I believe. Yeah, I can't really go into details because it's been a while since I last been to Birth Island, and it's been a while since I last tried to catch Deoxys in a generation game like this. So yeah, all three of these items, they are in this game, and don't bother buying them because they're not going to work. Trust me, I tested them all, and none of them work. I don't know why that's so. It's just something I can't really explain. Anyway, moving on. In the movie description of part 55, I said something about missing a few things involving the contest hall. So yeah, here's the information that I skipped out. Well, there are 5 rounds in the Pokemon contest where you show off your moves. In the 5th and final round, I think you want to go with certain moves that prevent you from doing any action for the rest of the contest. And those moves are Self-Destruct, Explosion, and Destiny Bond, and possibly some other moves too. So yeah, since it's the 5th and final round, you might as well just go all out and see how many hearts you can get, because yeah, there's no more rounds after the 5th round. And in addition, I did talk about a little bit of a gauge where if you use a certain type of move that matches the type of contest you're in, like say if you're in a beauty contest and use a beauty move, then that judge's gauge meter will go up by 1. But if you use a move that's not the same as the contest you're in, like say if you use a tough move in a beauty contest, then the judge's gauge meter will go down, and that's kind of problematic because you want to get as much hearts as possible. Yeah, I've been on the receiving end of that so many times. I missed out on those 6 additional hearts, which will increase my chances of winning. So yeah. Well, actually, it wasn't really my fault that happened because the other trainers there, they were using certain moves that were not the same as the contest that I was competing in. So yeah, I had no control over that. Yeah, that was the game's doing, not me. But like I said previously, I'm not going to do the contest, so yeah, if you don't know what I mean, then you can go look up the contest and you'll probably see what I'm talking about. Okay, anyway. I'm going to talk about Milotic for just a second. Years ago, instead of using Milotic, I actually went with Golduck because finding Feebas in the regular games was pretty hard. Yeah, I know Golduck is not as good as Milotic, but hey, don't knock it till you try it. But upon further inspection, I realized that Golduck doesn't have a single stat over 100, which makes it pretty frail. So, yeah, I ended up not using it because... No, I ended up not using it in this game, rather, because, yeah, I don't really want to have frail Pokemon on a team in a game like this. Oh, for a second, I actually thought this person had 5 Pokemon on her team, since, well, the cool trainers in this particular route have 5 Pokemon occasionally, so I thought maybe it would be sort of a challenge. Oh, wow, it survived with like 1 HP. And let me guess, this person is going to heal, right? Yeah, I'm at the point in the game where cool trainers start using full restores. Okay, anyway, I did use Golduck once in Emeralds. Like I said, don't knock until you try it. And if I actually did decide to go with Golduck in this game, then I would have made it so that way I can get a Golduck with Cloud 9 on it, so that way I can negate the effects of the weather, because some of those weather effects are pretty annoying. Not to mention the fact about some abilities that benefit from the weather, such as Thunder having 100% accuracy in the rain and all that stuff. And yeah, I forgot, I didn't mention that now Mawile went down 1 hit. I guess maybe I had a low damage roll the first time. Yeah, I guess it happens to the better of us. Nothing you can do about it. So yeah, if I did decide to use Golduck in this game, then I would have made it so that way I can get Cloud 9, because I think that's the better of the abilities. Damp, well, I guess certain exploding moves, that comes out of absolute nowhere. So yeah, I don't think Damp is all that much of a great ability. And it looks like this Kangaskhan might survive with 1 HP thanks to Endure. I actually could have gone with either Ninetales or Milotic, but given the fact that Kangaskhan hits kind of hard, I don't want to put my Pokemon in that kind of danger. So yeah, it's only safe that way. Anyway, next time, more trainer battling. See you next time.